Hello and welcome to this week's Monday Moments. It is the day after closing of The Outrageous Adventures of Sheldon and Mrs. Levine. And even though the show is closed, people loved it so much that they're still sitting in the audience. They're waiting for an encore, I think. And guys, I'm sorry, the cast has gone home. You guys should go home too. How did you guys even get in here? But we wanted to say thank you to everyone who came out over the last 2 weeks and supported this special event that we had, Outrageous Adventures of Sheldon and Mrs. Levine. Also, thank you to those who watched it online and supported us in that way. It really means a lot to us. And also, that was our first experiment with filming one of our live shows. And we were learning along the way with that, what worked, what didn't, what we need to tweak. And things like that for any future shows that we will put online. But most of all, we want to thank audience members who came out to the show, experienced a live show again, and also came in and allowed us to kind of test drive a little bit some of our safety procedures and COVID-related things that we will keep you safe for future events. And as you can see behind me, I mentioned it last week, but we had pulled out half the seats in the auditorium, so there was lots of room for people to sit and have physical distance between them, and take selfies with Elvis and Beetlejuice and Eva Peron and whoever else you wanted. But yeah, it's just a huge thank you to the community for coming out, and also for those who watched it online. But now, looking to the future, so this is the day after a show. That means that we struck the show. They struck the show yesterday. I actually wasn't here yesterday. They struck the show yesterday. But if you came to the show, you're like, wait a minute. I thought you said they struck the show. There's a lot of stuff still up. See, here's the mad genius that is inside of my mind, the hamster running on the wheel, is that the Set for Silent Sky is built on the basic platforming that we use for Outrageous Adventures. We're shifting a couple things around. We're going to put some flats up over here, take the cyc down, but the basic set is being reused because I am a mad genius. And when you design and direct both shows, you can do that kind of craziness. But speaking of future projects, we're going to go back into the green room here and interrupt Tyler's lunch, if he's started to have lunch yet. Nope, he hasn't. So we're going to chat with Tyler here just a little bit about, let's see if the camera will flip. There we go. So Tyler, let's talk a little bit about the fall acting up, which this should be the week normally when registrations are due and kids would be coming in for the after-school program. Obviously, that's not going to be happening right now. So let's talk just a little bit about what we are thinking our strategy is going to be for this fall.
Right. So we really wanted to give the school a little bit of time to kind of get underway, since it is such a weird school year for all the kids and teachers and everybody over there. So the plan is to kind of give that a month to kind of shake out a little bit and then start doing something for acting up. Now, what we end up doing will kind of depend on how that school gets started. So what we're looking at right now is hopefully doing some kind of smaller shows, both in cast and in size. I'm really trying to find a show that's a collection of shows that can have small casts that we can cast and run together, and whether that is in person or virtually. We're going to be doing something for Acting Up, and that should be announced mid-September or so, an audition around that same time as well. So we're going to be doing something with the kids, just not 100% sure exactly what it's going to do. And I'm sure, like Jamie has talked to you guys about before, everything is just so up in the air. It's so just kind of as it comes, and we're trying to be adaptable, and we appreciate that from our public as well. So that's what we're looking at right now for Acting Up.
All right. And anything else about kind of what you've been up to or will be up to? I sprung this question on you.
Yes, no kidding. Just personally or what?
Yeah, or whatever. Put a plug in for your comic.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah, since you brought it up, I have a daily comic strip that I've been releasing for the past couple weeks. And it's actually based on a past Acting Up show, Pandora's Box of Briefs. And it's all about theater. So if you're missing the Acting Up stuff or just theater in general, check out that comic, and you can read it every day either on Facebook by following it at Pandora's Boxer Briefs or going to the website pandorasboxerbriefs.com. So yeah, thanks for letting me plug that, Jamie.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around maybe. There we go. Ooh, as the camera was looking up and we saw like 4 chins there. So yeah, we are pushing through and making do as best we can given the circumstances. But the number one thing is that we are continuing to be here. We are continuing to make an impact on the community in as best ways we can. We are continuing to push to fulfill our mission to the community of using the arts and theater to make our community and our area a better place for all of us. So with that said, I'm just going to wrap it up for this week, and we will see you next week.